Hello everyone, this is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this will not be a full game video, but this will be a much shortened recap video for a Tribe Weekend Simulation Baseball. I'm not going to go over every run scored in every game. I'm just going to make it kind of quick. There were 3 series played since I did my last update video. Indians hosted the Tigers, they hosted the Royals, and then they traveled to Cincinnati to play the Reds. The first was a 4-game series against the Tigers. The Indians lost 3 of 4, and here's how it happened. The first game was Justin Verlander against C.C. Sabathia, and C.C. Sabathia did not have his best stuff. In 4 1/3 innings, he gave up 7 earned runs and helped by a leadoff home run by Ivan Rodriguez and a solo home run by Craig Monroe. The Indians tried to make it close at the end, but the 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th were not quite enough. The hitting star for the, I guess gave the hitting stars for the Tigers. Victor Martinez had 2 RBIs for the Indians and an 8-5 loss. All right, and the next game was Mike Maroth against Fausto Carmona. Carmona actually did not pitch too bad, gave up an earned run in 6 innings. However, Joe Borowski could not hold the lead in the 9th. A RBI single by Gary Sheffield and a sac fly by Maglio Ordonez gave the lead to Todd Jones in the 9th, and he closed it out. Let's see, Maroth went 5 1/3 himself in a no decision. Johnny Peralta and Franklin Gutierrez homered for the Indians, and Omar Infante had 2 RBIs himself, going 2 for 4, being the star for the Tigers. Game 54 was on the channel. Cliff Lee against Chad Durbin. If you want to check that out, go for it. And then the final game was Jeremy Bonderman against Jeremy Sauer, so the Battle of the Jeremies. I wonder if any of them spoke in class today. Some of you that listen to grunge music will understand that reference. Essentially, this was the Craig Monroe and Maglio Ordonez show. Monroe hit 2 home runs and drove in 4, and Maglio Ordonez drove in 2 in the 9th to put the Tigers up for good. It was 6-2 at the time. The Indians scored a pity run in the 9th, but Josh Barfield and Franklin Gutierrez drove in the 3 runs for the Indians in a 6-3 loss. All right, then the Indians traveled to Kansas City. Jorge De La Rosa and C.C. Sabathia. And C.C. Sabathia pitched 8 strong innings. He pitched into the 9th, but back-to-back doubles by Mark Grudzielanek and Mike Sweeney spelled the end for Sabathia. And then Roberto Hernandez and Rafael Betancourt finished off the 9th. A 9-3 victory. The Indians, Travis Hafner, a home run and 4 RBIs, your star. Excuse me. And then Mike Sweeney and Emil Brown drove in the 3 runs for the... Actually, no, it was Emil Brown, Mike Sweeney, and Tony Pena Jr. had the 3 RBIs for the Royals. Second game against the Royals, not so good for the Indians. This was Brian Bannister and Paul Bird. Paul Bird lasted through 5 because they wanted him to get through, but gave up 5 runs. The killer was a Mike Sweeney grand slam in the 5th. Put the Royals ahead 5-4, and they would not look back. Kelly Shopik and Johnny Peralta had all the runs for the Indians. Peralta had a 3-run homer, and then Kelly Shopik had a solo home run, all in the 3rd inning. Royals win this one 10-4. Let's see what else. Okay, we'll move on. All right, the final game of the series was Odalis Perez and Fausto Carmona. That was on the channel. Once again, watch that if you would like. Then final series started off with the debut start of Homer Bailey against Cliff Lee. That was also on the channel. If you like high-scoring baseball, this game is for you. All right. And then second game of the series, also high-scoring, but not on the channel. This was Jeremy Sowers against Matt Belisle. And, Sowers only lasted until the 5th. And That meant he gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. Belial lasted until he went 5 2/3. He gave up 5 runs as well. So both got the no decision. Very high scoring. Victor Martinez, the star for the Indians, a home run and 3 RBIs. Jeff Conine was the big star for the Reds. A homer, 3 RBIs, and went 4 for 5 with a walk. The Indians tied the game in the 9th. They were trailing 9-8, but David Weathers could not hold the lead. Victor Martinez with a leadoff homer in the 9th. That's how he got the home run. But Roberto Hernandez, not the real name of Fausto Carmona, the former White Sox closer, came in the 9th, and in 4 batters, double, walk, sac fly by David Ross, won the game for the Reds 10-9. And then we move on to the final game of the series. This is CC Sabathia against Aaron Harang, probably the game that should have been on the channel, but I thought since we've seen enough of CC Sabathia that the debut start for Homer Bailey would have been good enough. This was a very tight game, which is probably expected. Johnny Peralta with a 2-out homer in the 2nd, and then the Reds answer right back with a 1 second. Sorry, I had a brain fart for his name. The Alex Gonzalez that played shortstop and played for the Cubs in 2003. Hit a 2-run homer. And then David Weathers once again came in the 9th. And then after 1 out, Johnny Peralta doubled. And then David DeLucci singled, put runner on 1st and 3rd. And then the Reds... Excuse me. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is better. With 1 out, runners on 1st and 3rd, the Reds decided to play the infield in, and the ground ball AA+ result came, which means that's a single with runners advancing 2 bases. So Barfield got the RBI single, and then Travis Hafner pinch hitting for the pitcher doubled, and then Grady Sizemore with a sac fly gave the Indians a 4-2 lead, and Joe Borowski with his rare 1-2-3 inning gave the Indians a 4-2 lead, and it now puts them with a record of 32-31. And now, here are your standings through June 10th in the simulation. I will go ahead and just hit this here, and you can pause. The Indians are only a game back of the... the White Sox and Indians are a game back of the Tigers. And you can see the Red Sox have a big lead, and the Angels have a 2.5 game lead on the Mariners. And just go ahead and pause if you want to read it. Okay, here's the National League. So the Mets have a decent lead over the Marlins and Braves. The Cubs have a 5-game, 4.5, whatever. The Reds, this is a good record for the Reds. They were much below 500 in the regular series. And then the NL West, Dodgers have a lead on the Giants, but we all know what happened at the end of that. All right, so games coming up on the channel. There is a makeup game with the Mariners because, of course, we all know what happened at the beginning. The Indians got snowed out for 3 games. Chase Sung Bak and Paul Bird will be in that game. And then the Indians travel to, I believe they go to Florida. And the game I'm going to put on is Jason Stanford against Dontrell Willis. Yes, Dontrell was not Dontrell 2003, but he was still semi-effective. So those are the next 2 games on the channel. The Mariners game will be immediately next because that's the next game on the schedule. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time. And if you've not already subscribed, please do so and hit the like button. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.